The hilarious antics of the cartoon character Dogman have entertained kids around the world. Now the crime-fighting canine is moving from the page to the screen, appearing in his first animated feature film. Earlier, I caught up with actress Isla Fisher, who voices one of the main characters in the film.
Two of the city's finest must come together.
Green, red, green? Wait. Aren't dogs colorblind?
What if we sew the dog's head onto the man's body? Great idea!
Dogman!
Isla, welcome to News Breakfast.
Hi, thank you for having me.
I really enjoyed this film, but my two daughters are generally better judges of this sort of thing, so I took them along as well, and they absolutely loved it. Why did you want to be a part of this franchise and this series?
My daughters loved Captain Underpants, the books before, and my son loves Dogman and has always loved the books, and I read them to him when he was little, and so I've been effectively playing Sarah Hadoff, the character I play in the movie, in his bedroom for the last 5 years anyway, so it was kind of a dream come true, and I got a lot of credibility, at least, at his school and at home.
I was going to ask that, so it did give you some credibility at school pickup, things like that?
Yes, definitely, and I got merch. I was able to hand off some Dogman t-shirts, there was a little Etch-a-Sketch pen, there was a premiere, so it was, I felt very special.
This is Sarah Hadoff reporting live from the major hospital in town. This just in, it stopped raining.
Now, you are a hard-hitting reporter, Sarah Hadoff, in this film. Here on News Breakfast, we love it when reporters are the good guys. But I especially enjoyed that you got to keep your Australian accent. Did you have to fight for that?
No, that was something that Peter Hastings, our director, wanted, and I think it contrasted nicely with our camera operator character who had a Scottish accent, and I think it just helped with the kind of flavour of the world.
This super cop made friends, solved crimes, and even plays piano for the old folks.
It was a lot of fun. I've never played a journalist before, but I really enjoyed how fast I got to speak.
My youngest is 6. She's doing a lot of reading at the moment, and I noticed that in the film, every word that's on screen seems geared at getting kids to read, like the sign for Petey's hideout. Is that a big part of the discussion about this film, getting kids, maybe through movies, into books?
Yeah, and I think that's one of the reasons Dav Pilkey's books have been such bestsellers, is because for emerging or reluctant readers, there aren't many sort of transitional books that are kind of almost graphic novels, but that have these kind of phonics or words being repeated that inspire kids to read while being pulled into the story. And because I think the tone of it's quite dark, really it's sort of Frankenstein story where a man and a dog are fused, the kids sort of get really pulled into like how surreal and unique that is, and they're also being taught to read.
Dogman is the champ of catching Petey. That's not fair.
That's not fair! Here, call this number.
Life's not fair.
What?
Life's not fair.
Now, you're shooting a film Spa Weekend, I think, at the moment on the Gold Coast. Did the tropical cyclone upend your plans for that at all?
It did. I think we lost all up between 2 and 3 days of production as a result. It was definitely like surreal though, because I think there are 3 or 4 movies shooting at the same time in Queensland. And so we were all at the same hotel it was like Triangle of Sadness. Like we're stuck at this hotel over the course of a cyclone. And we were basically in a bar, like playing cards or chatting. And it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, right. Yeah, how much time do you still spend in Australia? And are there any local actors you look at and think, yeah, they're going to be the next big thing?
I mean, there are so many great local actors, and I feel like all my favorite actors are Aussie. I just saw Sarah Snook do The Portrait of Dorian Gray, a one-woman show where she plays like 26 characters. And I mean, she's obviously made it, but she's local. But I do think that we have such a special industry in Australia. We have such great storytellers, such great performers and actors and writers. I don't know what it is about us. We're just like, everyone always says, like, how come Australians do so well in Hollywood or do so well in show business? And I just like, we're amazing. I don't know.
A bit of a jingoistic.
Don't quote me on that. Sounds quite...
There you go. Australian superiority.
Australians, we're amazing.
I'll just leave you then with a bit of a jingoistic question. I mean, is Australia still home for you? I know you spent a lot of time in London, travelling back and forth to London and LA.
I know, Australia is totally my home. It will always be my home, and I'm just counting down the days until everybody's a university and I can retire in Australia and just, sit around and just like be with the brightest blue sky and be in nature and see pink cockatoos every day. And I miss it. I'm not home, yeah.
Isla Fisher, you've been very generous with your time. Thank you so much for speaking with News Breakfast.
Thank you, James. Have a good day.